It takes a revolution. Forget the scandal industry. That's the title of my new and third book. The last one was Whores, Why and How I Came to Fight the Establishment. I'm talking about the state of affairs that we find ourselves in today. Violence by the left, looting, burning, maiming, killing in the streets, going into our neighborhoods with T-shirts, eat the rich, the push towards socialism and communism. Radicals of every persuasion and group are attempting to take down the country. And at the same time, our federal judiciary sits there, politicized, the result primarily of large campaign contributions to either senators or the president, him or herself, and their establishment hacks by and large. I can't find more than one or two in my entire 43-year career that had the courage to stand up to the establishment and do what's right. And even those recently, such as just Royce Lamberth, have sold out. And I've talked about that before. Thomas Jefferson believed that the federal judiciary would turn into despots because they're unelected, unaccountable to the people. And in fact, contrary to what the popular notion is, they don't even have immunity. They gave themselves immunity from lawsuits and other types of liability. And even more importantly, they don't have life tenure. The Constitution simply says they shall serve for good behavior, not for life. But in our 244-year history, you know how many federal judges have been impeached? Only 8. One out of every 33 years. And one of the last ones was Alice E. Hastings, who after he was impeached for bribery, ran for Congress in Miami and won. He's been there ever since. It's like the film of Eddie Murphy, Distinguished Gentleman, except you can't say that Alice E. Hastings is terribly distinguished. So I want you to go out and order a copy. You can pre-order it on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com and all major booksellers of this book, because it is a call to legal and peaceful arms. Jefferson believed that primarily the result of a federal judiciary, which he opposed because it was unaccountable and unelected, that someday we would have to shed the blood of patriots yet again in another revolution. I don't advocate shedding blood, although that's certainly what the left is doing today. And it may come to pass in self-defense in terms of protecting our loved ones and others with our Second Amendment and other rights. But I don't want to see that. And therefore, this book gives you practical solutions on how that can be avoided. I want everybody to read it. It's unvarnished. It's not Sean Hannity. It's not giving you pie in the sky. This is going to happen. And we know nothing's going to happen. The Justice Department has done nothing, only protected its own. Whether it's General Michael Flynn, which of course was good, I think. That's one of the few good things that Attorney General Barr has done. But then again, there was the president in pardoning Roger Stone, or at least giving him a commutation of sentence. That was bad. And it's going to cost him probably the election in the fall. It's going to maybe the difference with the independent voters right now who are not in his camp, particularly in the suburbs. So therefore, we the people, we need to rise up. Freedom Watch has done this with our class action lawsuits against China, communist China, I might add, because the Chinese people are a good people, but the communist Chinese leadership is evil. And our criminal case in The Hague. And our lawsuit that we just brought today against the mayor of Philadelphia, the police chief, and the district attorney, who have been persecuting, in particular, male white cops. Discrimination under our civil rights laws. We are your Justice Department. And I want you to read this book because I explain why Freedom Watch and you, the true patriots, the true Justice League, which you need to join by going to freedomwatchusa.org, are the ones that must do the heavy lifting. Forget the scandal industry. Forget Hannity. Forget Fox News. Get up off the couch. Do what needs to be done. Save our country. We're hanging by a thread. You all know that. It's not just COVID-19. It's the revolution which has been started by the radical left. and they intend to destroy us. They are close to destroying us. They're killing us every day in the streets, and they're killing each other because that's the way they are. They're lawless, and they are Bolsheviks. That's my message for today. Go to freedomwatchusa.org. Sign up for our Justice League. Support our various lawsuits, including the class action against China. Sign up and see if you qualify. Support our criminal case in The Hague against the communist Chinese leadership. Support our case against the mayor, DA, and police chiefs of Philadelphia. Those are the kinds of cases we bring. Support our case against Facebook for Laura Loomer and against social media for discriminating against conservatives. Support our other cases as well. See what we do and join our Justice League, and share this podcast by going to freedomwatchusa.org, Spotify, iTunes, Roku, Amazon Fire, the new equivalent of Twitter, Parlay. Go to Twitter. Go everywhere. Get the word out, the clarion call. Be the Paul Revere. Save our country before it's too late. Remember, God helps those that help themselves. Those who succeeded in creating new nations, including the ancient Israelites, took matters into their own legal hands, the word of God. And God bless you. God bless your family. God save your family. And I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. Until then, thank you for listening to me.
This is Derek's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
After the third time jump-starting my car, I finally realized my battery was dying. So I stopped by O'Reilly to have it checked. They tested it right there in the parking lot. It was bad, real bad. But they helped me find the right battery for my car and even installed it for free. Now my car starts like new.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.